It's time to talk fantasy football. It's time to let them know. Where you let us crunch the numbers while you crush the competition. So grab your playbooks and crack a cold one, because here's your hosts, Teak and Baney.
Welcome back, guys, to Week 6. I'm going to go over the starts. Yes, I'm riding solo. We got Badge is out sick, as you heard in the previous episode. So he's going to get some rest, maybe be back next week with me at the sits. But I'm still going to go over his 3 starts. Not in detail, just to go over them with you real quick. But, hey, guys, we appreciate all the love and support. Please hit that subscribe button. It is totally free. Helps out the channel. Helps out more than you know. Show the love. We love showing the love back. But let's get into it. So let's start with Badges here. His first one here looks like and he told me to stress this enough here. He is very high on Danny Dimes this week. Danny Dimes is going against the Bengals at home here. As you can see, his last game, he had 257 yards, 2 TDs with 26 fantasy points. Week 6 projection here, he's looking at 14.5. DFS-wise, DraftKings, he's at 5,300. And on FanDuel, he's 6,800. So that's Badge's first start. Moving on to his second start. Big-time guy here for the Lions, David Montgomery, as his second start here at Dallas. He was on a bye last week. Week 6 projection, he's looking at a 14.5. In DraftKings, he's $6,500. FanDuel, he's $7,900. And then last but not least, Badge's third and final one here is Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers is playing at home against the Commanders. Week 6 projection is 14.4 fantasy points. As you can see, last week he had 7 catches for 111 yards, 21 fantasy points there. 6,500 on DraftKings, 7,200 on FanDuel. And what's crazy about this is me and Badge I'm going to start mine off here. I have Zay Flowers as well. Washington ranks 22nd in yards allowed to receivers. This is a no-brainer start this week, as you can see by me and Badge's mutual pick here in our eyes. I believe that 111 is his career high last week, and he goes against a well-favorable matchup. So that's just huge right there for us. My next pick here is a guy I wasn't too high on last year. This year I am high on. He had a breakout game as well here. I got DJ Moore. So week 6 projection, he's looking at 15.2 fantasy points. He plays at home against the Jags there. Last week, 5 catches, 105 yards, and 2 TDs, going to 29.5 fantasy points. 6,700 on DraftKings, 6,700 also on FanDuel. So DJ Moore, seems like Moore and Caleb are finally clicking, right? This breakthrough is having his best game of the season. That continues against a bad Jaguars defense in week 6. Moore is a prototype wide receiver 1. He should be consistent week in and week out. He is getting the volume with targets. It's just finally putting it together and getting that chemistry on the field. That timing is everything between wide receiver and QB. So that's why I'm going DJ Moore here again after that blow up. And to make this episode short and sweet, okay, we're going to stay in-house that same game. I'm going, not that same game, the previous same game. I'm sorry. I misspoke there. Commanders at Ravens. I'm going Terry McLaurin. Week 6 projection, 17.5 fantasy points. He had 4 catches for 112 yards, had 15.4 fantasy points, $6,400 on DraftKings, $6,800 on FanDuel. So Terry McLaurin averaging 17 fantasy points in his last 13 games. Surprisingly, you're like, Teak, he's playing the Ravens. Hold your horses there, okay? Pump the brakes. whatever you got to do. The Ravens average third most yards to receivers. So this matchup shouldn't scare you. I know we're in the spooky season of the calendar year here, but this matchup should not scare you. Scary Terry should be the one doing the scaring this week, and I'm all for it. So he finally has a QB who he's not going through 9 different QBs. It seems like they finally settled on their QB in Washington, and Terry McLaurin's finally going to have the season we know he could have if he would have left Washington. So I think Terry's finally putting it all together with his QB. Week 6 start, Terry McLaurin's going to continue this trend, and he might be a fantasy winner because a lot of people drafted him late. So I'm not mad about it. You shouldn't be mad about it. That is a quick record time for the podcast, fellas, for starts. Yeah, Badge is not here. We're going to try to get him back for the next episode. But hey, thanks for sticking with us for these rough times here. Again, please, we beg you, subscribe to the channel. It is totally free. I know the subscribe button's kind of misleading because people are thinking $signs. No, it's totally free. If you don't have a YouTube account, it's also free to sign up. Sign up if you watch us without subbing. Hey, that way you don't miss anything. You hit that notification bell, hit the likes on the videos. We appreciate it. Leave a comment. Comment what you like about our starts, what you don't like. We get back to everybody. And we appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.